You had some jealousy, not by most, not by all, but there were some people within the WNBA, players, pundits, etc., that were trying to tear her down. And so how y'all look now? See, I love how everybody trying to change the argument. My man Shannon Sharp went off about it this morning, how there were so many people getting at people like him, getting at people like me and others, trying to change the freaking narrative. When people were trying to knock her down, they were trying to bring credibility to the argument. They weren't jealous.
The EuroLeague is now rumored to be preparing a massive offer for Caitlyn Clark. One so big it could pull her overseas and leave the WNBA scrambling without its brightest star, giving her the escape route many fans believe she deserves from a league that's felt increasingly toxic. With constant comparisons to Angel Reese and even veteran players turning cold toward her, this moment feels like the perfect storm, the kind that could push Clark to finally make her move and show the league who the real MVP truly is.
Actually, if you think about it, like, could Angel be, this is a question, right? Get us at us in the comments. Could Angel be for Reebok what Jordan was for Nike?
Even if she raised player salaries across the entire league, some players still weren't satisfied, and during a live webcast one of them couldn't resist hinting that Clark was being treated like the league's golden child, calling her the obvious standout in a tone that felt less like praise and more like a reminder of the growing tension simmering beneath the surface. Standout player.
Hey, and I love when y'all do that. Pays the bills. Hey, and pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills.
These players have been increasingly aware of the so-called Caitlyn Clark effect. The reality that she could fly to Europe tomorrow and earn 10 times her WNBA paycheck, while enjoying the kind of treatment most of them never come close to. A reminder of just how differently the league handles its brightest star.
Do you want me to just say I told you so? Or
the basketball world is buzzing with tension as rumors swirl that the EuroLeague is preparing a groundbreaking offer. One so massive it could pull Caitlyn Clark away from the WNBA and turn her into one of the highest paid players on the planet. Clark, the rookie who's dominated every spotlight and dragged the league into record-breaking territory, may finally be stepping into a place that values her the way fans believe she deserves. And that possibility exposes a painful truth. The recognition she's receiving overseas is miles ahead of how she's been treated at home. Why does this potential transfer matter so much? Because after carrying the WNBA on her shoulders, breaking attendance and viewership records, and becoming the face of women's basketball almost overnight, this could be the moment she chooses a league that truly appreciates her worth. The reality is, Caitlyn hasn't always been given the respect she's earned, and this offer might be her way of finally claiming it.
Swoops all y'all other haters out there, and I'm gonna call you out, man. Cause it's blatantly obvious why you hating on the young lady.
The news that Caitlyn Clark could earn a massive salary overseas has sent a shockwave through the WNBA, stirring up jealousy, frustration, and quiet resentment among her peers. Whispers are growing louder. If Caitlyn leaves, she won't just be securing her financial future, she'll be leaving behind players still fighting for smaller paychecks and limited recognition. The idea of Clark stepping away has created real tension inside the league. Some players fear her exit would gut the WNBA's momentum, while others, though they won't say it aloud, seem to understand why she chased the respect and opportunities she hasn't always been given here.
An intangible thing, right? Yes, we can say she's a dog. Okay, there's been other dogs. Okay, she's a great shooter. There's been other great shooters. She has it. She's got the thing. We can't assign it.
After her rookie season in the WNBA, Caitlyn Clark announced she needed a break from basketball, leaving fans and teammates believing she would step away from the game entirely. But the story has taken a dramatic twist. Rumors are now swirling that Caitlyn is eyeing a move to Europe, with the EuroLeague emerging as a serious contender for her next chapter. Speculation is rampant that the way she's been treated, both on and off the WNBA court, may have influenced her decision, leaving the league and fans on edge as they wonder if their brightest star might soon light up a completely different stage.
Your perspective on this narrative that players of the WNBA are hating on Caitlyn Clark?
It's a false narrative, Chanae, and I don't think there's any jealousy or pettiness that is fueling dirty play. Now, is the attention she's getting on the defensive end unprecedented for a rookie?
After a season full of triumphs and challenges, Caitlyn Clark's potential move from the WNBA to Europe could signal a pivotal moment in her career. A chance to turn the page and chase a fresh start. This isn't just about basketball. It's an opportunity to showcase her talent on a global stage, pursue new horizons, And perhaps most importantly, find a place where her skills and presence are genuinely valued. Something she hasn't always felt during her time in the WNBA.
This draft class, 2024, led by Caitlyn Clark. It's going to be one. It's going to be one. They're going to remember this.
Oh, yeah.
And these salaries, these women salaries,
it's going to continue to go up.
The tension
Despite her
isn't
amazing
slowing down. Despite Caitlyn Clark's monumental impact on the league, respect hasn't always followed. As the WNBA's brightest star, she draws record-breaking crowds and fills arenas, yet she often finds herself tangled in conflicts with teammates and rivals alike. One moment, seared into fans' memories, saw her struck in the face by an opponent, leaving a black eye. A stark reminder of the physical and emotional battles she continues to face while carrying the league on her shoulders.
Oh, I'm sorry. You poked me in the eye. Did? I did not poke you. Did you do it on purpose? I did not poke you in the eye.
The
situation was made
when Caitlyn's own teammate, Nalissa Smith, chose mockery over support, laughing about the incident, and even joking with the player who had injured Clark. For Caitlyn, it must have felt like a punch to the gut, exposing the toxic undercurrents she navigated every day. Nalissa could have called out the disrespect, but instead, her reaction revealed where loyalties truly lay. The emotional strain of facing such disregard, from teammates and from the league itself, weighed heavily, making the prospect of a fresh start in Europe increasingly tempting. Yet Clark refused to let the negativity define her. On the court, she continued to shine, dominating games and elevating her team while drawing record crowds and shattering attendance records with the Indiana Fever. Fans flocked to see her play, jersey sales soared, and she became one of the most recognizable faces in women's sports. Despite being a marketing powerhouse and the league's brightest star, Caitlyn Clark still had to endure the shadow of players with hidden agendas.
Caitlyn comes millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs. And with those millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs, unfortunately, is going to come some people who are not.
Despite everything Caitlyn Clark has done to elevate the WNBA, the league has too often failed to give her the respect and support she unquestionably deserves. Instead of rallying around their brightest star, jealousy and negativity have frequently overshadowed her accomplishments, fueling whispers that she might seek a fresh start in Europe, where her talent and influence would finally be fully recognized. Clark has been the league's undeniable standout this season, yet the treatment she's received from both teammates and opponents tells a different story. From the moment she arrived, her promise was met with scrutiny and resistance rather than celebration. Her jaw-dropping performances, which should have made her a unanimous Rookie of the Year, were unfairly questioned, leaving many to suspect that personal bias, rather than objective evaluation, shaped the outcome. The contrast between her on-court brilliance and the lack of support off it has never been more stark, making her potential move abroad feel less like ambition and more like a search for the acknowledgement she has long been denied.
Caitlyn Clark was only one vote away from winning it unanimously, the Rookie of the Year award. Congrats on winning the Rookie of the Year award, but how is it not unanimous? I get that people don't like her, whatever the case may be, but honestly, she led rookies in every category pretty much. She took her team to the playoffs for the first time in like 10 years. She was the first ever rookie to get a triple-double. More than
Caitlyn has encountered Caitlyn Clark has done to elevate the WNBA. The league has too often failed to give her the respect and support she unquestionably deserves. Instead of rallying around their brightest star, jealousy and negativity have frequently overshadowed her accomplishments, fueling whispers that she might seek a fresh start in Europe, where her talent and influence would finally be fully recognized. Clark has been the league's undeniable standout this season, yet the treatment she's received from both teammates and opponents tells a different story. From the moment she arrived, her promise was met with scrutiny and resistance rather than celebration. Her jaw-dropping performances, which should have made her a unanimous Rookie of the Year, were unfairly questioned, leaving many to suspect that personal bias, rather than objective evaluation, shaped the outcome. The contrast between her on-court brilliance and the lack of support off it has never been more stark, making her potential move abroad feel less like ambition and more like a search for the acknowledgement she has long been denied.
You're not entirely accurate with what you just said. What we said was there was noise out there. When we pointed that out, we said why. What was the necessity for it? Because a rising tide lifts.
It's clear obvious that the WNBA has failed to protect its brightest star. Instead of building a strong support system around Caitlyn Clark, the league allowed envy and resentment to fester, casting a shadow not only on her but on its own reputation. Fans are starting to question why the MVP of the league hasn't received the recognition she deserves. Now, with rumors swirling that a EuroLeague contract could pay Caitlyn up to 10 times her current WNBA salary, the tension is palpable. For fellow players stuck with smaller contracts and less visibility, this potential move only amplifies jealousy and frustration, making the saga of Clark's rise even more electrifying
towards
and
Caitlyn.
contentious.
You don't even. Yo, I'm living beyond my means. It's like, no, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000.
Beyond my comprehension.
Yet it's exactly what Caitlyn Clark has earned. She has poured her heart and talent into elevating women's basketball. And if the WNBA can't offer the respect and compensation she deserves, it only makes sense for her to explore opportunities elsewhere. The EuroLeague doesn't just promise financial security. It offers her a chance to grow as a player in an environment free from the toxicity she's faced in the WNBA. A space where her brilliance can truly shine without constant heat and scrutiny.